Okay, hi everyone, this is the 9021 V3 again, ZD Racing. So this is currently a brushless setup, but I'm gonna put in the brushed motor with a brushed ESC. I want to build the cheapest ZD Racing 9021 V3, and also I want to preserve the drive line. Too much power is breaking everything from the center diff to the front diffs to the drive cups to the drive shaft to the wheels. So a weaker power system, but which is adequate. Which is enough to move the car. That should be fine with me, and to prevent further breakages. Okay, comparing it to the other motors here. This is the 540 size brushed motor. This is the 540 size brushless motor. It's the 36 mm by 70 mm 4076 brushless motor. 2200 kV surpass, smaller in diameter. And the motor slider does not fit with this brushed motor, because you see the space there, and the screw holes do not align. So shame I used the plastic one as a motor mount, and it really doesn't hold it up well. So it really needs something. It really needs a motor bracket, metal one. I also bought this, so link in the description down below. I need to punch some holes here, so that's why I bought this. I am encountering a bit of problem here. This mount is too wide for this. So if you see, there's a bit of bend here, and it goes over it. So I'm planning to put something underneath, but I'm just gonna slide this under here, and then do the drilling there. So I've aligned all the holes here. My drilling spot. Easy as that. So these are 3mm drill bits. So for this, I think we'll need a bit bigger, like 3.5 or 4mm. And I can adjust it this way. So you see the motor adjustment there. So really, it's a really limited slip. Can fit with minimum of 16 tooth pinion. So there's another problem here. The screw that came with the motor mount, the longer ones are too long. So if I put it this way here, it's touching the motor. So I cannot put the motor on properly because of this, the long screws here. And if I put it the other way, it's too long on the underside, and it could clip something under the chassis, or it can hit a lot of objects under the. So it's not also advisable to put it like this. So I managed to fit it on here because I've taken off the jacket. And the downside as well is the screws are too long, so there's a bit of screws under there. But I also have to put the nut for the ESC. So I actually have two here. The first one I bought is a 360 amp 4S capable ESC. The second one, the new one, is a 480 amp 4S capable. So this honestly feels odd, because the one with 360 amp is bigger than the 480 amps. You can see the difference. So first speed run is with a 7500 RPM motor on the 4S, and then the 480 amp ESC, and then the second run will be with this generic ESC. After those initial speed runs, it turned out that both of these ESCs are capable of maxing out this motor. It's a bit slow. Okay, so this new motor has just arrived. This is a 795 size, 180 watts. So here are the two motors. This is the 775 at 7.5 k RPM, and this is 795 motor producing 15 k RPM on 4S. So it's just a bit longer, but they have really the same circumference. Motor is attached, but it seems to be having more magnetic compression. Acceleration's a bit slower than the 775, but it's definitely much faster than top speed wise. It's much faster. easy, it's not hot despite the small fan there. The motor is starting to smell like a burnt metal or something that's burnt. It's hot after abuse, so the small fan here is somehow helping. The battery is just a bit warm. So I'm really satisfied with what I've done on this. The power is just enough, the torque is just enough, and I'm sure that I'm not gonna break anything with this power system. Brushless system gives a lot of adrenaline from the speed and from the power, but the brushed motor has more let's say calmness, control, and of course less money to spend on parts that are broken. So for me, overall, this brushed motor conversion is a really wise decision.